Hello there, welcome to the show. I hope you are doing well. In the first episode of this series, we talked about chemical reactions. We know from the episode that a chemical reaction is a process in which atoms or molecules of one or more substances are rearranged to form new substances. Today, we are going to discuss types of chemical reactions. In a chemical reaction, the transformation of atoms from one molecule to another does not occur. Likewise, atoms do not vanish from the mixture or materialize from elsewhere. Rather, chemical reaction entail the process of breaking and forming bonds between atoms, resulting in the creation of new substances. The process of breaking and forming bonds can be carried out by different types of chemical reactions. Today, we are going to discuss only two of them. The first one is combination reaction. A combination reaction, also known as synthesis reaction, occurs when two or more substances combine to form a single, more complex substance. In a combination reaction, the reactants react with each other to create a product. The general equation for a combination reaction is A plus B producing AB. Here, A and B represent the reactants and AB represents the product. For example, let's discuss the formation of water. We can clearly see that two molecules of hydrogen gas are combining with one molecule of oxygen gas to form one molecule of water. Let's take one more example, the formation of calcium oxide. In this example, we can observe that two molecules of calcium metal are reacting with one molecule of oxygen gas to form two molecules of calcium oxide. These are just few examples of combination reactions. In combination reactions, the reactants combine to produce new substance with different properties than the individual reactants. It has been observed that sometimes during the chemical reaction, heat evolves along with the formation of products. The reaction in which such kind of phenomenon is observed are known as exothermic chemical reaction. An exothermic chemical reaction is a type of reaction that releases energy in the form of heat to its surroundings. In an exothermic reaction, the products have lower energy than the reactants, resulting in the release of excess energy. This energy is often observed as an increase in temperature or the generation of heat. There are several examples of exothermic reactions, such as combustion reaction, burning of fuel such as wood, gasoline, or natural gas. Neutralization reaction, the reaction between an acid and base to form salt and water. This reaction often generates heat. Oxidation reaction, reactions where a substance combines with oxygen. These reactions often release energy in the form of heat. These are examples of exothermic reactions, releasing energy in the form of heat during the chemical process. It is important to note that not all chemical reactions are exothermic. The second type of chemical reaction is decomposition reaction. A decomposition reaction is a type of chemical reaction in which a compound breaks down into simpler substances. It is the opposite of combination reaction. In a decomposition reaction, a single reactant decomposes or breaks apart to form two more products. The general equation for a decomposition reaction is AB producing A plus B. Here, AB represents the reactant while A and B represent the products formed during the decomposition. For example, let's discuss the decomposition of water. When water is subjected to high temperature, it decomposes into its constituent elements, hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. Here, we can see that At high temperature, two molecules of water are breaking apart into two molecules of hydrogen and one molecule of oxygen. Another example of decomposition reaction can be taken is hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes spontaneously over time or can be accelerated by adding a catalyst. It decomposes into water and oxygen gas. We can observe that two molecules of hydrogen peroxide are decomposing into two molecules of water and one molecule of oxygen gas. These examples illustrate decomposition reactions in which a single compound breaks down into simpler substances. In the first example of decomposition reaction, we discussed that water needs high temperature to decompose into simpler substances. The decomposition reaction that requires heat energy to process is known as thermal decomposition reaction. A thermal decomposition reaction is a specific type of decomposition reaction that is initiated or driven by heat. In thermal decomposition reaction, a compound breaks down into simpler substances when exposed to high temperature. The heat energy supplies the activation energy required for the reaction to occur. Some examples of thermal decomposition reaction are thermal decomposition reaction of calcium carbonate. When calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. Second example is thermal decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide decomposes into water and oxygen gas when heated. These examples highlight thermal decomposition reactions in which the application of heat causes the compounds to decompose into simpler substances. It is important to note that specific conditions such as temperature, pressure, and presence of catalyst can be significantly influence the rate and outcome of thermal decomposition reactions. So, till now we have discussed about combination reaction, exothermic reaction, decomposition reaction, and thermal decomposition reaction. That's enough for now. In our next episode, we will discuss some more types of chemical reactions. Till then, stay tuned. For more information about this or any episode of the series, check out the blog. Link is in the description. We have additional contents, further readings, and transcripts of every show. We have also published our 2 books on Amazon Kindle Publisher. We would love to see your reviews over there. Thank you for coming to the channel and watching the video. I hope you loved the show.